Hey folks, it's Patriot Nurse, and in today's segment I want to discuss with you what will kill you first in a disaster. Before we get into that, I want to let you guys know I will be moving most of my content, well actually all of my content. All of my content from now on is going to premiere on full30.com. So if you're wanting to keep up with the latest videos, that's where they're going to debut first. So full30.com, I'll put a link in the description box below. Moving forward, what is going to kill you first in a disaster? I think our first tendency, for those of us who've been prepping for a while, many of us, is certainly to think of the fantastical, the Walking Dead type of thing, you know, the traumatic death, you know, like from gunshot wounds or violence or something like that. But in reality, I think if we're going to be honest about this problem, we need to look at history and we need to look at recountings of things that we potentially could be looking at in the event of a catastrophic collapse of society. So the best places that we can look at really are recent history and also, you know, history going back at least a couple hundred years. When you look at what happens when a society collapses, do you have deaths that occur from violence? Yes, you do. You sure do. Bosnia, Rwanda, we can, you know, go back and look at many things in recent history. Also Hurricane Katrina. There were a lot of deaths related to violence in Hurricane Katrina. There were also a lot of violent acts perpetrated that didn't result in death, but certainly resulted in bodily harm. But what we need to do is look at the totality of human experience and also look at things that kill most people worldwide. And there's actually a really good data point to refer to. The World Health Organization has a metric called U5 mortality. The U5 mortality is a measurement of what kills kids worldwide under the age of 5. Okay, why do we care about this? Well, really, when you think about it, your kids under the age of 5, they are our human petri dishes. Okay, they spread disease, right? Because little kids, little munchkins don't tend to have the best health and hygiene habits. When you look at what kills kids worldwide under the age of 5, overwhelmingly it's respiratory and digestive diseases, okay? So even though we may think, okay, if I get my weapon skills honed up and I'm a high-speed operator, pinkies out, because it doesn't count. Otherwise, if your pinkies aren't out, you're not a high-speed operator. Just kidding. When we look at that, okay, our tendency a lot of times can be to think, okay, well, I need to make sure I've got quick clot, I need to make sure I've got my tourniquets. Are those important? Yeah, they are. But realistically, if you want to make sure that you are prepping for your survival long term, we have to be able to look at these diseases, the respiratory diseases, the digestive diseases, and also wound care is a particularly important part of this as well. So when you're looking at what kills people and what really is most likely to kill you, God forbid, in a disaster, in a prepping catastrophe, we need to look at that for sure. So there are different ways that you can focus on this. You can definitely store medicines. I definitely recommend storing Mucinex and also learning about alternative ways of treating respiratory diseases, herbal remedies, also with essential oils. There's lots of different ways that you can attack this problem. But a critical mistake that I see a lot of people making is that they will focus their spending, they'll focus their money on purchasing stuff rather than gaining skills. And to be honest, the medical arena, it is difficult to acquire skill sets, okay? Because really to have skill sets that are applicable, you have to have knowledge. You have to have a good, solid knowledge base undergirding your skills and your assessment, etc. So I would really recommend that people, number one, store the stuff that's going to help you get through cough, cold, flu season, the stuff that you normally buy anyway. It's a good thing to have, okay? But also we need to focus on being able to assess, being able to know how to look, listen, and feel to take care of our families in the event that there is no doctor to take someone to, or there is no hospital for whatever reason to take someone to, or conversely, the places you normally would take your people to get seen, they are not accessible for whatever reason. It could be that the roads are impassable. It could be there is rioting. It could be that there is no rule of law anymore. And we need to be able to take care of the sick people among us without having to venture out and put ourselves in further jeopardy, okay? So I hope today's video is helpful for y'all. Again, I'm going to be debuting my new material now. All the videos that I debut, they will be at Full30 first. So be sure to check out full30.com, and also I will put a link down in the description box below so that you guys can just click and go right on over to it. I hope today's video was helpful for y'all. If you enjoyed the video today, please subscribe to me, like me on Facebook, and follow me on Twitter. If you're really interested in getting squared away from a skill standpoint like we talked about today, you need to come out to class. Guys, there's only so much I can do online. Videos are important, and it's important for me to put good information out there to you all, but when it comes right down to it, you have got to have somebody standing over you, working with you, helping to develop your skill sets, and that is what we do in class. Medical Prep 101 and 201 are all over the country. The full schedule is at the website, so make sure and check it out. 301 is going to be debuting this year. So in order to take 301, you have to have 101 and 201, but also we're going to be debuting an austere birth class as well. A lot of exciting stuff happening on the channel and in the interwebs. So hope you guys have a wonderful week. Please make sure and leave a comment below and also share the videos. It's important that this information gets out to people. I hope it was helpful for y'all, and for now, it's Patriot Nurse signing off, and I will see you guys later. Bye.